What's poppin', y'all? It's the Dark Kage here. So, before we start today's video, I would like to mention that we do have a new Discord server. So, as y'all know, in the Discord server, we're gonna role play, talk, play the game together, um, watch movies together, watch animes, just anything I want to do. Y'all can ask for like new what ifs, like y'all can give us new what if ideas. When you boost server, you unlock new little features like new emojis that only little cool stuff like that. And don't worry about part three of What If Naruto Was Dead Alive. That's still coming out today as well. I would just like having two series going on at once, so y'all won't just be bored watching like one series. And today's series is y'all are gonna like a lot. So, brother Mitchell.
Novinha, safadinha, safadinha. Então vem cá mamar, que eu sei que tu é galinha. Então vem cá mamar, vem cá mamar, vem cá mamar.
Issei busts down the door of the wedding and looks Riser dead in the eyes. He's like, "Today, I'm gonna stop you, Riser, from having you marry a woman that doesn't even love you." This is when Riser's like, "Guards, get him!" And this is when Kiba, Konako, and Akano obviously first stop the guards, letting Issei get through. This is when Riser, not Riser, sorry, this is when Sir Zex then lets Riser know that it's fair game, and he said that he chose that. So what are you gonna do about that? I'm the Devil King. He can't for stop me from making any decisions. So at the same time, like about a minute after Issei pops in, Kai pops in as well. This is gonna be the OC of the story. So it's gonna be one of those stories where Issei is gonna get like betrayed, not like to where he gets executed or something like that, but like he just gets betrayed by his friends or some of his friends. So as you would expect, Kai comes in and he boasts about all of his new achievements, and of course, Sir Zex is impressed, and Reese is just nerding out about him, and Riser is afraid of him. So, but he still wants to battle him because Riser knows that since he's an immortal phoenix, any damage he do is not gonna affect him at all. But Kai absolutely mollywops Riser to where it's like no fun at all. Then this leads into Issei challenging Kai because Issei still thinks he can win. So Issei hops into the arena and they says, what are like the stakes? Kai says he gets to marry Rias Gremory, something Rias wouldn't mind. Issei says that he also would like to marry Rias Gremory, and that whoever wins, Issei will eternally be Rias's pawn and will never level up. Even though Sir Zex will eventually let Issei know that like that he doesn't have to worry about far as that. He's gonna fix that for Issei. Issei enters his imperfect balance breaker and kind of gets beat up really badly. And he even saved the holy water and all of that. And it did like stung him, but he still managed to beat Issei pretty easily. After all of this, Issei rides home with everybody else while Kai gets on the Griffin with Rias instead, and they just start making up past experiences. But when Issei was finna get on top of the, first get on like the train, he noticed that the train left him. And around this time period, Issei like starts having a panic attack, and he falls down to the ground, and he gets stuck inside of a coma for a while. During this coma, Issei's body just naturally changes a lot. Like his hair grows a lot longer, and it's no longer its usual look. It's now dark brown. With no, his hair was already dark brown. Sorry, his hair is now raven black, and it starts to look a lot more spiky. He gains. I said he gains lore. He gets a lot taller than he was before, and his facial structure looks slightly different as his body's morphing into more of what Madara look like. So it's still gonna have some elements of like that, but like Madara just isn't gonna train him at all. It's just a normal what if. where like he just gets reincarnated as Madara. As you can say, he just doesn't know it at first. So after a while, Issei wakes up in a healing chamber. He kicks down the door of the healing chamber. He's naked, obviously, because he's been in the healing chamber for a long time. This is when, of course, Ravel, who was watching over him, she's in. First, lets him know how long it's been. He's been in there for about 5 months. And mind you, devil time and like human time, it's about the same. So like nothing really changes. That nothing is gonna really like change. Issei's parents do worried, and like Rias and everybody else genuinely like forgot about him. Kiba didn't really forget about him, but like after a while he did kind of forget about Issei. But like he's still friends. While all the girls, including Asi, is just like nerding over how cool Kai is. Like he's so cool as the way they would describe it. But this then leads to Issei. We're not back in Issei's perspective, and he's wondering that how could they just leave him here for 5 months and not check up on him. This is when Rabel explains that yeah, your master has been gone for like a while now. Like they left on the day first. She left on a griffin with that guy. She Rabel explains, and everybody else took the regular devil train. And she said you tried to get on the train, and before you got on the train, she said you had a panic attack and you passed out, and like even your appearance is a lot different than it was before. As Issei then noticed that like one of his one of his some of his hair is covering his left eye. As this is when he moves it out the way, and this is when he also noticed how long his hair is and how much he's physically changed. He's actually kind of surprised by it because he wasn't expecting this to happen from a panic attack. Little does he know is that he's the reincarnation of Madara Uchiha. Now, this is when of course Issei he tells Rabel he wants to go home. Rabel says it's a while before you can go home because your body is still recovering from whatever happened there. But for now, like she said, I'll get you some clothes and like you can talk to Sir Zex about what's going on. So of course, Rabel gets him some normal clothes, and he does feel like a lot stronger than he was before. And like even the dragon speaks to him and lets Issei know that he's a lot stronger than he was before physically, but mentally, he's kind of everywhere. But like anyway, so Issei goes to talk to Sir Zex. Sir Zex lets him know that for now he wants Issei to stay down here because as the Red Dragon Emperor, he would like the Red Dragon Emperor to train down here with a bunch of high-ranking devils and learning new powers. So over Issei's little training arc, he eventually unlocks his regular Sharingan. He unlocks his Sharingan. He unlocks his Tsutomu Sharingan because, as we saw in Naruto, Madara never had the one Tomoe Sharingan, but he had the Tsutomu straight off the bat, and that's what's gonna happen. So, and Issei unlocks it randomly too. Like the way Issei unlocks it is that he was training with one of the higher ranked devils. The high ranked devil was like basically bullying him about like how his master doesn't care for him and how she hates him and all of that. No, how she would never want a pervert to be her lover and all of that. And Issei's mind was already everywhere, and he just naturally first of all his sacred gear evolves again. He doesn't like gain he doesn't gain like the breaker, but it goes more up his arm as he unlocked the third liberation. Now, there's not a third liberation of the boosted gear, but for the sake of this story, I am giving him one for now. And he also unlocks his Tutomo Sharingan at the same moment. He looks like extremely irritated and like he manages to easily beat the the high rank devil, which actually impresses Sir Zex because it shows that Issei has been growing extremely quickly. But Sirzex also isn't as impressed as he could be because one, he's the Red Emperor. Two, That's also a newly ranking high devil. So like Rias is stronger than like that high devil. Like when she's at her full power, like not being held back by anything, Rias is still stronger than him. That's how weak the devil was. But this is when, of course, Issei gets told by the high ranking devil that his eyes have changed from like pure black and like well no not black. From like green because Issei still has his normal hair, his normal eye color. It goes from green to like crimson red. And like Issei did also say that when he was using when he was fighting him when he got stronger, he said he felt like his power was also increasing by triple instead of double like it usually does. He says, and it's like I saw your attack. He says, and like the minute he activated his like Tutsumo Sharingan, a lot of like memories of like Madara's techniques like came to him. He's never gonna meet or talk to Madara, but he is gonna like have all of his powers and skills. Like so, like he immediately gained for his world all of his memories of like the fire style. Cause I'm taking like I said, I'm taking this like one step at a time. So Issei now having this information, he takes it and runs with it, and he begins to like learn how to harness it. Because it's no longer chakra, it's magic. But he noticed he has almost an endless pool of magic thanks to both D Dregs and just his own reserves. So this is when he learns the Fireball Jutsu, the Phoenix Fire Jutsu, and that's it so far. He's learned two different fire techniques, and he's just continuing to learn more and more. And by the time he's done with his training, he unlocks his three Tomoe Sharingan, and his physical appearance have increased a lot compared to what it was before, and that actually impresses Ravel because she wasn't expecting him to grow as quickly as he did. And eventually, once he finishes training, Sir Zex tells him that he's proud of him and he's impressed by him, and he would actually like to have a quick spar with him. And mind you, Reeves doesn't know any of this is going on because, like I said, he hasn't spoken with he hasn't spoken. So this leads Sir Zex fighting, and Issei is actually holding a little bit of his own against Sir Zex. Like he does notice that Sir Zex throws like his spear destruction, his like not spear destruction, a ball of destruction, and when he sees this, he dodges it and he kind of like copies his own version of it, which honestly surprises Sir Zex because he wasn't expecting like somebody who's not a part of their clan to be able to use this. So this is what makes Sir Zex more interested in Issei, and he actually makes Issei stay longer down there. And why and during Issei's like not like none of the ones that like Sir Zex be using, but like some more basic ones like Sir Zex like spear of destruction or circle of destruction, like where he like can slowly erase you from existence. Issei can do that briefly, like he can only erase like a little bit of you, like he can only like destroy a little bit of part of you, like he can't completely erase you yet. Like, and if even if he uses that technique, he'll be drained for the rest of the day. But besides that, during his while he continued his training, he also learned how to harness his like Sharingan even more. He doesn't call it that. He just calls it like his red eyes. He just calls it the devil's eyes. Because that's what it looks like in his opinion. And he eventually masters like all of his fire jutsus, but still hasn't accessed anything like OP yet. Now, since we never learned what Madara's like um Sharingan Mangekyo Sharingan abilities where he's just gonna have Sasuke, so he's gonna have like Tamina Tachikara. Well, no, that's not one. He's gonna have Kagetsuchi and Amaterasu as his ones, and he's also gonna have Tsukuyomi as well and Kodo Matsukami. So he's gonna have a mix of all of the eye abilities because he's Madara after all. But that will be the end of the first part. So what if Issei was Madara's reincarnation? I hope y'all like it, and I will see y'all on the next one. Much love. I love y'all, and goodbye.